Hey guys, so M3 is still here. Prospective buyer has not backed out, but I guess another car came up local to him, and so he's considering that car and got a PPI done on this, came back good, but he's, I guess, just considering the car that's local to him. It was $1,000 or $2,000 cheaper. I think I know the car he's talking about, and it's a rebuilt title, but whatever. I think he just wants a track car, so our title doesn't really matter to him. So I just want to talk a little bit about just what it's been like owning this car and now selling this car, and just talk about something that I think a lot of us deal with. I kind of think of it as just becoming a slave to something. I think my faith for me is the grounding thing that keeps me in line, keeps me in check, makes me think about whether I'm becoming a slave to something or not. In the case of this car, I've actually struggled a bit, and cars in general. I've been struggling with this. I'm somebody who's passionate, just like a lot of us. I think for those of us who have been gifted with passion, it's such a good thing, and it's a powerful thing. I think it's a superpower. But sometimes we kind of let our passions kind of take too big of a role in our lives, and we become a slave to it. And so with this car, when I was buying this car, when I was looking for it, I absolutely was just thinking about it all day, lusting after it, trying to find the right one. And it's fun, you're like looking for the car, it's really exciting, and then you finally get the car. And you drive it home, and then it's like sitting in your garage or your carport or your driveway for the first time, and you can't stop looking at it. All these things are not bad. They are good things. These things are meant to be enjoyed. But I think each of us know in our heart, like, when it becomes an issue, when you can't stop thinking about it even when you want to, or you can't sleep, or it's making you impatient, or an angry person, or it's making you unfulfilled. Maybe it's giving you anxiety, or maybe it's, I think we all have that trigger. It might be different for all of us, but we all have that trigger of, okay, this is like something that might be unhealthy. And so in my dealings with like cars and this hobby of mine that I really enjoy, I definitely have had to like admit to myself, okay, this is becoming a little bit of an issue, where I'm like, maybe it's putting off relationships, like it's eating away at your relationships, like it's affecting my life in a way that I don't want it to be, and I'm having trouble containing it in the box that it should be in. At the end of the day, these are cars, these are things. They do not make us happy. They do not bring us, fulfillment. When we kind of place it in that spot in our lives where it's expected to fulfill us, or it's expected to bring lasting, sustainment or happiness, it's gonna fail us every time. That's kind of where I'm at with this thing, and just even selling it. I've been trying to sell it, and it's, I'm just kind of hitting like walls, and I can't stop thinking about it. I'm looking for an E36. I'm like, it's just on my mind so much. Even when I'm not thinking negatively about cars, about my specific situation, I'm thinking about, oh, the wagon, like I'm gonna do this and that, I'm gonna fully restore it, I'm gonna get it super clean. Like, these are all good things, but when I'm just like sitting there and I'm not present with my girlfriend, or I'm just not present in a conversation, or I'm, I should be, in the Word, or I should be like, just like in the moment, or whatever it is, like that's when I know that I'm kind of out of balance, I'm out of whack. And so that's kind of where I find myself. Do I know what to do about this right now? Kind of. I know that I need to pray about it. That's, for me, that's, like I said, like my faith is really important to me. And, I believe that God changes my heart, changes my desires. I'm praying that God would just kind of show me how to enjoy cars in a healthy way, and how to share this passion with others. Love people through it. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I know that I can do that. I know that I can't do it on my own, and so I'm just kind of giving it to Him. So that's where I'm at. If I, God wants me to keep the car, I'll keep it. If He wants me to sell it, I'll sell it. And so I'm just kind of like submitting to what He wants me to do, because I know that what I want usually isn't best for me. And so that's kind of where I'm at. But like I said, I know that a lot of us are passionate. A lot of us are, work-driven, goal-driven people. When we make our passion the number one thing in our life, we destroy our ability to enjoy it. We destroy our ability to enjoy it in a lasting, healthy way. And so that's kind of what I'm learning, or trying to learn right now, is how do I do this with cars? Like I said, I'm praying about it, and hopefully I'll kind of come out the other end of this with a healthy perspective on cars, where they're not keeping me up at night and I'm not scrolling for hours on Instagram. Don't get me started about Instagram. That's comparison is the what is that? The comparison just basically is the enemy of happiness. I think that's, if I'm right, Thomas Jefferson, but I could be wrong. But that's another one as well. That's really, thankfully my social media thing is much better now. The start of the year it was worse, just my social media addiction, I should say. Luckily that's a lot better and under a lot better control, thank God. I think a lot of us in COVID kind of had that issue, kind of secluded us, and we all found ourselves on our phone, 15 pounds heavier, at least for me. So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling here, and I'm gonna wash the car. I know it's dirty. I just took it out for like a 60-mile drive today, which was super fun. But I'm gonna soak it down. I'm ordering some soap, so I have to wait on that, and get this thing cleaned up tomorrow, and we'll see. Still trying to sell it, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you for the next one. Subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it. See ya.